Guys, welcome back to Off the Clock with the interns, the soon-to-be number one podcast in the world.
Let's go.
Woo! I am here today with Grant,
Hello.
Aiden, and Grant's younger brother, Ethan.
Is that how I'm going to be introduced, Grant?
Yes,
That's all I am?
You are Grant's younger brother.
No, you are your own person.
Ethan
I am
is
my
his
own
own
person.
person, and we love Ethan. He is
Thanks, guys.
a
So sweet.
goated musician and like the
Facts.
best pianist. Wow, yeah, I guess you could say that. Piano player that I know. Ethan, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. I volunteer at this church, do a lot of worship stuff here, and I'm a musician, guitarist, pianist, starting out vocalist. Yeah, that's basically it. That's what I do here.
Let's go. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Let's go.
You are working on some music right now. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We
Let's go.
recorded stuff today, actually.
Are we gonna be dropping this song, or like what's the
we
theme of this
we
thing we're
might.
working on?
It is very in the early stages.
All right.
We only have a chorus, first verse, and bridge.
I say the release window is probably summer of 22.
Yeah,
So
sounds
this
about
summer.
right.
This summer.
Maybe this
we
summer.
could.
Nice.
I think we.
Fingers
I think
crossed.
You definitely
Fingers
could.
You can crank it out.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
I
could
think
do
we
it.
will.
I think
Yeah.
more sessions. We could definitely
Yeah,
get this.
I mean, it
sure.
sounded really good today when we heard it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
One of the
Let's
cool
go.
things about having a lot of musician friends and producer friends is you get to hear all this super cool music before no
Facts.
one else
That's
gets to hear
that's
it.
very true.
Full heart.
It's
Wholeheartedly
so
agree.
cool. It's so cool.
It's a bonus for sure.
Yeah.
And speaking of new music, y'all
Oh.
love that transition.
Shameless plug.
That was,
Beautiful.
Shameless plug.
that was beautiful. First off, Ethan's gonna drop music this summer. I'm gonna drop music soon, so y'all be on the lookout for
So
that.
soon. Oh, the final mixes. I'm not going to get into this right now. But the
There-
final
it's
mixes
on the
of
way,
Bands-
though.
And to be
The
featured on a future episode.
Final
Yeah,
of
for
the
sure.
podcast.
Experience podcasts are coming.
Yes,
But
you'll
there
get
were-
the full scoop.
There were a few songs dropped this week, some really good ones, but there were two in particular that
This Friday was a
We've
big
gotta
day
talk
for
about-
music.
It was.
it was a big day. As It Was by Harry Styles and When You're Gone by Shawn Mendes dropped. I want to talk about one, like, did y'all like the songs?
Oh, yes.
100%.
And okay, Aiden.
Yes, I like most of the songs. I was also just thinking like this is kind of cool that we're having this discussion now because last episode with Tempe we talked about a
Harry
little bit of
Styles
Shawn
for a long
versus Harry
time.
Styles. So
Yeah.
this is
Kind of really
this
Two
is,
competing
this is kind of
singles.
a callback to that episode a little bit. So
Yeah, it is.
I thought most of the songs were excellent.
Nice.
I kind of go back and forth
Yeah.
which one I like better, but we can talk
So
about
that is the big question.
Yeah.
Which one is better? Which
I
one do y'all
personally,
like
I don't think that there should be a comparison. I feel like they're totally different songs.
Mm,
But
that's fair.
if I were to choose one,
It's a very regal way. Like
Yeah.
I really
I
respect that way of thinking.
completely dodged the question, but it was like it was in a good way.
with finesse.
If they were like the same, like really similar songs, like had the exact same vibe, I'd be like, yeah, one's probably better than the other. But they are completely different vibes. As It Was, indie vibes. When You're Gone is like pop rock vibes. So
Yeah, for sure. If you had to take one though, which one? Like not necessarily which one's better, but which one would you take
Favorite?
personally? Yeah,
As
which
It
one's your
Was by
favorite?
Harry Styles, I would
That's
take
fair.
that over When You're Gone.
That's fair.
I think the
That's one,
vibe,
that's one.
and I think like
Vibes
the
are
complete
great.
switch up to the indie vibe for Harry Styles from like this
I
psychedelic
love it.
rock.
No, it's awesome.
Absolutely adore it.
Yeah.
Adore you.
Oh,
Just let me adore you.
there it is.
Got it.
There it is. Grant, how
was
about
really good.
you?
Oh man, so I love Harry Styles' music. Like I'm super biased towards Harry, but I think this is one of Shawn's best songs that he's come out with in
Hands
a while.
down,
I
for
really like
sure.
Wonder, but I
Agree.
feel like there's a couple skips on Wonder, and I just like I'm kind of ready for something new, and I feel like Shawn could definitely do something new.
A new
after
era of Shawn
a
Mendes.
new era of Shawn.
Rock
Yo,
Could be on the
Mendes.
way.
Rock Mendes.
Rock Mendes with like breakup album vibes. I'm here for
Please,
100%.
Lord.
Like I would
A
totally
breakup
listen to
album
it.
in general from Shawn Mendes would be
Would be
amazing.
Yes, I feel like
Insane.
it's
Love that.
almost kind of overdue. Like I feel like we aren't even ready for like a good breakup
Yeah.
album from like we haven't experienced.
We
I think
haven't
it'll
had a-
hit the world, and like nobody.
like
will
all
know
we've
what
gotten is
has
like
happened.
stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all we've gotten from
I don't know why
Shawn.
that was funny, but that was pretty
I
funny.
mean,
Oof.
I know.
yeah. Like we've had snippets of like breakup Shawn, but if we had a full entire album of like just sorrow and heartbreak from Shawn Mendes,
Oh,
the good
Yes.
music that could come
Yeah.
out of that would be insane.
Be
Yeah.
So Shawn
incredible.
Mendes, if you're listening, we want you to
On the
feel
podcast.
absolutely terrible so that you can come out with some
Pain,
good music for us.
experience
Also,
the pain.
Sean, if you're listening to this podcast,
Would you come on our
would
podcast?
you please come on our podcast?
I love you.
Hit us
You're
up.
incredible.
We would love to have you. No, so like I'm here for that, and I loved When You're Gone. I think if you know anything about me, like I'm currently wearing a Dayglow sweatshirt as I'm recording this. Like I'm such an indie pop,
literally
like soft
every
rock,
day,
like
there's a
vibe.
Dayglow
For
shirt.
information,
They're-
Dayglow is an indie
Yeah.
artist. Complete indie vibes the entire way through. Love it.
They're
Like,
great.
my-
Grant loves them
Amazing.
like a lot.
My music
Same.
vibe is very indie, and the fact that Harry, who I already love, I loved Fine Line. I love his self-titled. The fact that he's doing like a little bit of indie in his new album, like I don't know, you just can't top that for me.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm gonna vote As It Was, even though I do
That's fair.
quite like Shawn's new single.
Aiden, how
Great.
about you?
So I've been going back and forth on this for the past 10 minutes. But I heard
He just heard these like
I
10
heard
minutes ago.
I listened to the As It Was a while, like when it came out, and I thought it was really nice. I love the vibe. And just listened to the Shawn Mendes song. Is it When You're Gone?
Yeah, When You're Gone.
Yeah, literally just listened to it before we started the episode so that we could have this discussion behind the scenes for you there. And I think I love the arrangement and the songwriting and just the melodies and the feeling of When You're Gone as opposed to
Yes.
As It Was. Even though I love As It Was. I love the drums. I love the
The drums are awesome.
you
the
did-
drums
you-
are so cool.
You did text the group chat and you were like, "Yeah,
Yes.
these drums are on
The
point."
drums are so
Yeah,
cool.
they're so good.
And it just which adds a lot to the song. And,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
the song itself is excellent, but I just like the vibe of When You're Gone, and I love the vocals on When You're Gone as well.
I agree.
They're-
I
And
agree.
that
the
speaks,
vocals are really good.
That
Amazing.
speaks Tempe Coker to the superiority of Shawn Mendes as a musician. Now,
As a musician over Harry Styles?
yes, he's a better musician. It's not
Okay,
even a
that is
question.
fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah,
That's fair.
that's fair.
That's true.
As It
No.
Was is a vibe. Like it is so
Yeah.
good.
It's wonderful.
Like the passion in his voice too when he sings.
Probably one
Yeah.
of the probably top 3 Harry Styles songs.
And
Whoa.
it cannot
Whoa.
go.
It's
wait,
so
wait.
good.
That is bold.
It's
Top
so-
3 Harry Styles songs? That is
Yes.
really
I didn't even know we were
premature.
talking
It
about. As
can't go
Was now.
unmentioned that it just broke a Spotify record.
Yeah,
for, like,
sure, but
most
it's Harry
streamed song of the
Styles.
day.
He sold
yes,
out,
but like
he sold out Madison Square Garden how many times? Like it's Harry Styles. He's breaking records left and right.
true.
But like top 3 Harry
Okay,
songs?
what-
No way.
Grant,
because-
what are your top 3 Harry songs then?
To Be So Lonely, Cherry, and I don't know. I can't think of a third.
Sounds like you need one.
no,
to
I
fit in
have.
there.
I'm trying. I'm debating.
As It Was, baby.
No, not As It Was. No, I would say
Something off Harry Styles
Yeah, off his self-titled. What's the last one? I forget what.
from the dining
Yeah,
table.
from the dining table. That's
is
definitely.
the-
song's good.
That is a
Don't-
deep cut, but that is
No.
an amazing.
So
song.
I'm like a fan
that's
of his
good.
deep cuts. So like I love
Agreed.
As It Was, but like I don't know. Anyway, that's a
I
conversation.
don't know.
For
It
later.
was
I just don't
just
think it's
such a
top 3.
vibe. I was like, this is dope.
It is a
But
vibe. I agree.
what is yours,
too-
Ian?
Mine's definitely When You're Gone. Like
He
I
is a
love
Shawn
his-
Mendes stand for life.
I
Yes.
am.
He
I am.
he lit up last episode when we brought him up.
He did. He did.
Y'all had to like cut me off. I was ready to throw hands last episode. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Tempe, our social media manager and guest last podcast, is definitely listening to this. Like, oh no,
Yeah, well,
we're
she
gonna
knew
have
it was
we're gonna have
coming.
to talk about this next episode.
She knew it was coming.
Facts.
I'm sure I'll get a text or a phone call being like, "Ian, what is wrong with you, you idiot?" But yeah, no, I say When You're Gone. I think it's the first in like Shawn's hopeful transition over to that rock type style and vibe, which I'm
Yeah.
really hoping
Did you
for.
he did a cover of Happier Than Ever by
Oh
Billie Eilish.
my gosh,
That was the first glimmer of hope for like a Shawn Mendes
dude,
rock song.
it's so good.
Insane stuff. It
One
was
of
like
the best
him and-
covers, like hands
Loved
down.
it.
So awesome. Oh
I have
my
not
gosh.
listened to it.
Oh my
Y'all
gosh.
gotta
I'll,
check
I'll
this
get
out.
it.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
good. Oh my lord.
So I guess that means we're split 50-50,
We
right?
are.
Yeah,
we
we
are
are.
split 50.
The Crenshaw
Crenshaws.
brothers
Yeah.
and
Aiden
Ian and
and
Aiden.
Ian!
Yes,
Air high five.
we just air high fived.
yeah, we did.
To be
way
debated
link.
on later episodes, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Temp's probably gonna want to have a say in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
She
sure.
can she
But
can
we
be the
know
tiebreaker.
we know
She
what
can weigh
Timmy's
in.
gonna vote.
Next
yeah,
next
'cause you knew what
episode
I was
she's
gonna
on, she
vote.
can weigh in for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Guys. I have a concern. What if I have to use the restroom?
Guys, so Ethan is now back with us from his journey to the bathroom.
It was a long journey.
And while we're on the topic of music and artist, I have a question for all of us as musicians. Who are the 1 to top 3 like artists that have most inspired you and influenced you like so far in your musical journey?
That's a loaded question.
So are we talking about like in our personal life, like friends of ours, or legitimate artists like that you follow on Instagram or see
I
on
feel like it's
Spotify?
They're kind of the same
I'd
thing.
say both.
Okay, so
They can
either
just
way,
be-
same boat.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Okay. So I would say the first one, which is going to come as no surprise to anybody that listened to the second episode or people that know me in general, John Mayer is for sure one of my
Yes.
big influences. And I'll also say just kind of a introductory thought for this whole thing. Like there are way too many influences to like, nail down a few of them.
100% agree.
There's so many.
I'm gonna leave out someone and then kick myself after.
Yeah,
the podcast.
exactly. That's what I was
Absolutely.
thinking. So like, there's so many musicians and drummers and guitar players that I've taken influence from. But just to throw a couple off, John Mayer for sure. The 2 recordings from his "Where the Light Is" album changed my life. "Free Fallin'," the "Free Fallin' cover, is the reason I started picking up a guitar, and it was just magic. Reason I started wanting to sing, actually, probably. And his "Slow Dancing in a Burning Room" song on that same live record is what made me fall in love with the guitar. The electric
that
guitar,
song.
especially. It just it took my breath away when I listened to it in the solo, and it's just so beautiful.
It just like it makes you want to cry, but like in a good musical way.
Yeah.
Along
like,
with
you're
the breakup, like you're just like so emotionally just impacted by the song.
But it turns into such an anthem, like a rock anthem at this huge solo moment. It's so cool. And this harmony he does with Robbie McIntosh on the guitar at the end of the song is amazing.
I love how we both know Robbie McIntosh.
I love Robbie McIntosh.
Love
man.
that man.
So yeah, John
Ethan and Grant being like,
Mayer is definitely
What?
one, and actually, all of us in this room are going to see John Mayer.
Yeah, we
Let's
are.
on
Come on.
Wednesday, April 13th, which is super cool. So if you guys are there, then cool.
Please.
Honestly.
Come say hi.
Yo, hit
We'll
us
be
up.
taking
Come say
pictures.
hello.
signing autographs from this. How good our podcast is.
Absolutely.
100%.
Like, wait, I hear those guys' voice. They sound like the podcast guys over there.
I know them.
Picks them out in the whole crowd.
We'll actually have a table out in front of the Ryman with our merch and everything that we don't
stealing all of
have.
John Mayer's like merch customers.
Yeah, we would definitely do
So yeah, Mayer's definitely one. I want to throw a personal one on here.
Do it.
For sure, Spencer
I
Garland.
knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it.
I did
Spencer
know it.
is. You guys have heard us talk about Spencer. He's our worship pastor and our friend and our mentor, and our boss, of course. Insane singer, songwriter, piano player, producer, and recording engineer. I take a lot of inspiration from him, and just I started trying to write songs recently, and I think one of the reasons that I wasn't timid to write songs. So I hear a lot of people that are like, "Oh, I wrote this song, but I don't want to like show it to anybody, or I don't want to like try to keep doing it." But just seeing him like share all of his songs that he's not finished with, or like he sends them to us, and like, "What do you think about this?" Like that's really opened up opportunity for me to like be like, "Hey, I wrote this. I have this idea. Like, where can I take this?" Yeah, so he's for sure changed the way I play music, the way I think about music, and just challenged me to get a lot better at music in production wise and performance wise. So that's another one. And I guess
You don't have to have 3. You can have like however many.
I'm going to leave it there. There's a lot more that maybe we can
Yeah.
talk about later if we want to. I think I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good
Ethan,
list.
How about you, man?
How about me? I would say John Mayer, the absolute GOAT of music. Just of music in general. He's absolutely insane. Any John Mayer song released or unreleased that he played at a live conference in 2004 at Eddie's Attic, I will know it. So, that being said, so much influence from John Mayer has been in my musical understanding.
Quick side note, do you follow Clay Cook as well?
I do a little bit, yes.
Oh, I love Clay Cook. Clay Cook, I love Zach Brown Band. That's probably would be another one of mine. And I really love Clay Cook and the work
Yes.
that Clay and John did together back in the day.
Clay Cook and John Mayer were the Lo-Fi Masters?
Yes, the
they
Lo-Fi
had a band
Masters.
in like 1998 called the Lo-Fi Masters.
Yeah, listen to some of their recordings on YouTube, and they're super cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. John Mayer, though, the production stuff he's done, the vocals he's done, the insane guitar playing he constantly has, and the songwriting, lyricism he has, all is just absolutely incredible. And go check him out if you don't know who he is. So yeah, that being said, and then another one for me, which is, this will be a throwback, but Toby Mac.
Yo, wait.
Really?
Dude, no way.
Toby Mac.
Cool.
Wait, you guys don't even know. When I was young, I would have this CD player, and I would get my Toby Mac CDs that I bought at Lifeway or something like that. They were
me
like,
too.
and I would sit on my porch and I would play these Toby Mac CDs.
Yes.
And I would sing along with this karaoke mic that like went into the CD player.
Y'all
I
do
love
realize
that.
I'm getting like major nostalgia right now from my
Dude,
mother telling me about this.
Toby Mac inspired me to like actually enjoy listening to music. And
Ooh.
from ages like
Yeah,
4 to like probably 12, he was all I listened to.
I resonate
Yeah.
so hard
So,
with that. I
all-
love Toby back in the day.
Yeah, This Is Not a Test album. It like I was so excited when that came out. Eye on It, so excited. I think Portable Sounds by Toby Mac in like 2008 is one of the best Christian albums out there because it's like it's not just like Christian music that's
No.
like CCM that's just like trash, but like it's like good Christian music and there's so much depth to it. And I don't know. I don't know how like I got so much amazing exposure to music through Toby Mac when I was younger, and like to good Christian music. So big influence on my life.
That's a
Definitely.
solid one.
Grant.
Oh wow. So I'm not as much of like a musician. I guess being a musician is more of a hobby to me than it is like what could potentially be a profession. Like I know Aiden's going to college for music.
Oh,
I know.
That's an update.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it is.
Yes, it is an update.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I officially am going to the University of Tennessee in Knoxville.
Let's
Yeah.
Going to school of music, concentrating in studio music and jazz
I'm
on
on.
the drum set. So,
This
yeah.
man,
Let's go.
Absolutely goaded.
props to this man.
Praise
So yeah,
the Lord.
like Aiden's doing that for college, a career, and then Ian's releasing music in a couple weeks maybe soon, and then Ethan loves producing music too. So, but
Yeah.
for me, like I play kind of more for leisure and more for fun. But
I love
the
that
reason
word.
I play leisure, the reason I play piano at all is because of Elton John, and because my piano teacher
Okay.
Missy, who I love, she's absolutely amazing. She made me learn Your Song by Elton John in the key of E flat on piano, which is not usually a starting key. It's not usually like anything like that. But
And we went on a mission trip with her to Honduras too. She's
Cool.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
amazing.
Fun fact.
So
Let's go.
shout out to Missy.
yeah, so all that being said, we love Missy. She's definitely one of my inspirations to this day. And then like the reason I play piano at all and like enjoy playing piano is because she made me learn Your Song and Tiny Dancer and like all these old Elton songs
Yeah.
that I loved beforehand, but like I really got to know and I learned a ton of theory and a ton of just I don't know, skill from playing those because Elton is one of the best piano players I'd say out there, especially for like his genre, and he's just a brilliant musician. So he's definitely one of my inspirations. I love his music. Rocket Man is probably my favorite song of all time. Fun facts. And then another one of my inspirations, I've already talked about Dayglow. So like I'm not going to talk much about him. And then but when I produce music, Phineas O'Connell, who
yes.
okay, so
Awesome.
you guys know
Yes.
you guys know Billie Eilish. Well, Phineas produces all of Billie Eilish's music,
Yes.
as you
He's
I know you
a
guys know,
literal
but for the
genius.
audience, he's a genius, and not even like the music that he produces for Billie, but like his own music is
So good.
Yeah.
so good. Like
100%.
Blood Harmony Deluxe, and then like
Yeah, that's
Optimist.
awesome.
Both of those albums are like some of my favorite albums. Have them on vinyl, but like the production on those albums specifically is stuff like I love to emulate whenever I'm producing, for fun. I love that stuff. His lyrics are phenomenal, and I just love his songwriting. So those are my influences. I have
sure.
more, of course, but those are my main.
Yeah.
3 or 4. So
Nice.
I think
Ian.
That's
Ian,
awesome.
we have to.
Ian, you're up
we
to
have
bat.
I wonder what you're gonna say.
You're up to
Yeah.
bat.
So, y'all are so sick of hearing about this by now, but number one for me is Shawn Mendes.
Who's
Wait,
that?
who's Shawn Mendes?
Yeah,
You
I
like
know,
Shawn
right?
Mendes.
So, Son Menchez. How do you say it? How do you say it?
Is he on Spotify?
Can you repeat his name? I get it mixed up.
Is he,
one of those-
is he a SoundCloud artist?
I was about to say that.
He just blew up
Yes,
on TikTok
Grant.
recently. Actually.
Oh, really?
He's a TikTok
Okay.
artist. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. So kind of similar to Aiden with John Mayer. Like, my mother's gonna hate me for saying this. Literally, the reason I picked up a guitar and started attempting to sing, is because I was like listening to some of his live performances, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool! I wish I could do this." And so I just like started that during quarantine, and so that was like honestly probably that's number one for me. Number two is an Irish artist, singer songwriter named Dermot Kennedy, who's
Oh, I know him.
yes, lyrical genius. Like, oh my gosh, the stuff he writes is so cool. Some of his lyrics are just insane. Like how it's like poetry. Honestly, it's so cool. So he's another huge inspiration. Just like listening to, and like
Okay.
writing and all that stuff. Go check his stuff out if you have
Facts.
not heard him. He's phenomenal.
He has an album called Without Fear, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. My friend sent me that album, and I listened to some of it. It was really good.
Dude,
so,
it is so good.
yeah,
Like
definitely go listen
so
to that.
good. Go check it out. It's awesome.
I'll have to check them out.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then I would say there's like I have my teachers and like so like Emily McCoy has been a huge influence and like
Yes.
inspiration.
Oh yes.
She's on our worship staff here at the church. And then obviously Spencer has like honestly
Yes.
reshaped kind of how I looked at music in a lot
Yeah.
of ways. So there's them, like just all they've taught me. And then in terms of like my playing and stuff, I'm gonna go with one that like Aiden is gonna die laughing when I say this, but nobody's gonna know who this is except like Aiden and maybe some guitar players listening. But David Hislop, who is the guitar player for Bethel,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
say what you will about worship music, but that man's tone is unreal.
Yeah, man.
So that's like that. I would say that's another one that's like recently. That's more as of like late, and it has really started like impacting and just trying to emulate
Yeah.
what I'm hearing him produce on these records that Bethel's putting out.
Yeah. You mentioned Emily McCoy, and I mean, obviously, I don't have the relationship with her that you do. I don't take lessons from her. Like, I mean, I don't know her as well as you do, but I can remember even before I got into music, and I would come into Sunday worship at church here, and she'd be playing piano, and I just always remember just loving the way she played and the way she sang, and I listened to her EP that came out this past year, I believe, and it's excellent. So yeah, that's an
Yeah, it is.
an
Go-
inspiration
definitely-
for sure as well.
Yeah, definitely go stream her EP. It's really good music.
It's
awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's true artwork for sure.
Some super cool. Actually, two of my future professors, played on it. Actually,
Oh,
That's so
sick.
cool.
from the University of
That's
Tennessee.
super cool, man. That's super cool. Okay, so while I've got one more music like topic / question for us while we're here, because I know both of y'all are such huge John Mayer fans. I need thoughts on Sob Rock, the
Oh.
album that he dropped. Good,
Oh, man.
bad, because I personally
I see an underlying tone of like not
it
enjoyment.
sucks. It's just not good.
Okay.
I get-
You
okay.
just said it sucks.
It's
Okay.
not.
Sob Rock does not suck.
It's
Sob Rock
not
does not
good.
suck.
It does not suck.
It's. I mean, I don't
It's
think
different.
it's his
a lot different.
best, but I really, really like it.
Aiden, if there is like a tier of John Mayer, there's like Continuum and like those albums from that time frame, and then like miles and miles below that at the very bottom.
See,
No.
see, no. You see,
No way.
You
I
see,
disagree.
you see. That's because you're looking for a John Mayer record in quotations.
Yes,
John-
because he's John Mayer.
No, but here's the
No,
thing.
it's a lot of the songs on Sob Rock are a lot different, like from Continuum's vibes and stuff like that. But as an album and as a cohesive work, he pushed his boundaries, he pushed his comfort zones, made a completely different vibe of an album and a completely different like 80s inspired piece of
Yeah.
work.
And
So
while
cool.
I respect him for
I think it's
trying
amazing.
to do that.
I don't think he tried.
He
I think he
succeeded.
did.
He did very well.
He
Okay, that's
accomplished
right.
it.
While I respect him for pushing himself, he failed so miserably.
He did not
It's
fail.
not good.
That
my
is
gosh.
that is a garbage opinion.
Listen
I'm sorry.
to All I Want Is to Be With You.
Thank you, Grant.
No, I'm sorry. Ian, straight up,
Man.
that is a terrible. You gotta
No,
you gotta do a re-listen.
I will say this. I don't think you can say he failed. I mean, just first of all, look at the production of the songs. It's absolutely
They're
wonderful.
produced
Facts.
really well.
Look at the
for sure.
the musicians that played. Aaron Sterling on the drums, incredible
Amazing.
drummer.
Love
I think
him.
the
Yeah.
bongo player that played with Africa on their
Toto.
tour.
Yeah, Toto's-
not Africa. Oh my gosh, Toto.
Toto's percussionist.
I
I
just
love
said that.
Toto. Another big
Yeah.
influence of mine. One of my favorite bands.
Love Toto.
Percussionist.
I know,
I
like
think his
4
name
of their
is
songs
Lenny
with all of
Lenny
African.
Castro or something like that. Man, if you're
for
listening,
sure.
I'm so sorry. You're an insane percussionist, but yeah, and just great musicians on that track. for
Failed
sure.
is not fair, but like the album itself, like he accomplished what he was going for,
Sure.
but he accomplished something that no one's ears needed to hear.
Yes, mine needs your.
Still a
That
garbage
is
opinion.
just your opinion.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
that's
that's a
wrong,
straight.
man.
So,
It is,
okay, wait.
and y'all thinking it's good is also just y'all's
No,
opinion.
no,
That is
okay.
fair.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That's true. That's
You're
true.
right.
I want to speak. I want to speak from someone's perspective who doesn't actively listen to John
Yeah.
Mayer.
I
I have.
don't
I
either.
have listened to his whole discography. Like I've listened to every John Mayer album out there, because Ethan made me.
I did not make you. I encouraged
He
you.
encouraged
and
it,
then
and
you did
I
it.
decided, yes, I'll do this. But I did do it, and then I listened to Sob Rock, which came out, I think, like maybe a month or two later after I did that. And it's genuinely one of my favorite albums. And like I think, and now again, I'm like an outsider perspective in comparison to like Aiden, Ethan, who are like diehards.
But Sob Rock converted Grant. He was like
It did.
kind of. He
It's
was
straight
kind of
up.
meh about John
Honestly,
Mayer.
I would rather you not like John Mayer than that album
Whoa,
having converted you to
bro.
like.
You
You're
have such,
so firm.
yeah, polar opinions.
We can move on from this discussion
Yes, we
here in a
should.
second, but I would like to put one closing thought. I think after Ian goes and sees the Sob Rock concert, he's going to think differently about
I agree.
Sob Rock.
Live is that very well may be. Live
That-
is
that
I
different.
can
think
do
it'll
it.
be different.
I,
think it'll
I
be
don't
different.
disagree. I think that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But just listening to the record, I'm not a fan.
How many
and,
times have you listened to Sob Rock?
Twice. It
Okay.
was tough listening
Okay.
both times.
That's fair. Well, John Mayer talks about how when he turned Continuum into his record company, Columbia Records, who he's not with anymore. That's
another
higher
conversation.
ups
As of
at
very
the,
recently,
the
yeah.
higher ups at the record company said, "I don't hear anything," and he was like, "What?" And he almost quit because they didn't hear anything on Continuum. And
That's
Continuum,
ridiculous.
it was literally
One
on
of the
best-
greatest albums
on the
ever.
list for one
It's
of the
so
best
good.
albums of all time, and I
Yeah.
have to agree with that. So
It definitely is.
yeah. All right, Ian, what questions you got for us today, man?
Okay, so
Go
the
for it.
first question is this: would you rather be 12 feet tall or 1 foot tall?
I'm laughing because this is such a gear shift from the actual serious discussions that we do, and I love it. I think we should keep this going. You guys
100%.
sent us an email at off the clock with the interns. No, I
Off
think
the
it's,
clock at the interns.
I think the intern the
No, it's off the
The-
clock with the interns.
no,
at Gmail,
it's
right?
the
At
the
gmail.com?
email is now interns off the clock at gmail.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
because I made it short.
Cool.
So yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the email or just
Okay.
DM us. But yeah,
So, repeating the question, would you rather be 12 feet tall or 1 foot tall?
Well,
Anybody can go.
I could make a ton of money in the NBA if I was 12 feet tall.
Yes.
that is very true.
I would
honestly-
much rather be 12 feet tall. I feel like it would be very not fun to be 1 foot tall. Imagine that
It'd
is
be
a
pretty
rule.
not
That is a
fun.
ruler, literally a ruler. Imagine how tall that is. That is
but it would
tiny.
be pretty not fun to be 12 feet tall, though.
That's. I mean, yes.
In comparison, but like 1 foot tall, like you could not play guitar if you were 1 foot tall. You could play guitar. You could play
Yeah, you could-
guitar really well.
You
if
could just
were
like
12
sit in a
feet
wheelchair
tall.
all the time if you're 12 feet tall. Like if that's what you wanted, just to like get around.
A wheelchair?
It's a big
Yeah.
wheelchair.
That's like.
No. But
See,
like a
that's the
Jeep.
thing. Things are like mad expensive if you're that tall. 'cause
But
you have
think,
to have
you're
everything
also making a
custom
ton of
made.
money.
Same
in the
with-
NBA.
also you have to think about
That's
like
fair.
like socially, people are gonna look at like 12 foot tall and be like, "Whoa,
that is so cool.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like,
People
that is
are gonna be
awesome.
like, people are gonna look at 1 foot tall and be like,
No, bro,
"Aw."
that is why.
That's true.
Ian, what about you? Would you rather be 12 feet or 1 foot?
Well, I was gonna say 1 foot, but y'all have kind of like.
Why
swayed
would you?
my
Why would you have
opinion.
chosen that?
Well,
though?
I don't know. I just felt like 1 foot was the answer, but now I'm thinking 12 because
I mean, you could get some cool places if you're 1 foot tall, though.
I mean,
That's
that's
true.
true.
That's true. Bro,
That is
I would
very
be
true.
a lit plumber. I could literally get in the pipes.
But like, here's my question: between being a quote unquote lit plumber and then being like an NBA star, which would you choose?
I would
star.
honestly a plumber. Can't lie.
Here's the only problem, though. You're so tall. You're 2 feet taller than the goal is.
Yeah,
Yo!
they're
That would be-
goated.
Bro, you just walk
Could
up.
you even play defense at that point? Because you'd like have to bend down to
It
block
doesn't
people.
matter. It doesn't matter. You can get other defensive players.
No, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'd be banned from the league if you were 12 feet tall. Not
Yeah,
even
I,
kidding.
I don't
Yeah.
think you even be
You
allowed
wouldn't be
to play.
like liable to play.
Yeah, probably.
Is there a height limit?
I don't know.
There's not, but if someone got
I
12
don't
feet
think
tall,
there's
there would
anybody
have
who's
to
12
be.
feet tall. So I don't
Well,
think
there's
they've had
currently
one.
not a height limit, so I say.
I wonder what the
12
tallest NBA
I wonder.
player is.
Hold on. I kind of want to see if there is a height limit now
All right.
for the NBA.
There can't be.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
So
That's
we
what I'm
checked, and
hearing.
we do not believe there is a height limit. So I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
not
12
that-
feet tall, maybe
Not
maybe it
that
could
I
work.
see.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess 12 feet tall is the answer because then you can play basketball.
Yeah. So are we unanimous on this, gentlemen?
I think so.
I think so.
Let's go.
I think we
This is
are.
one of the first things we're really unanimous on.
Yeah. I
Celebrate.
just got bashed for my last
Yeah,
question.
your
Yeah,
hatred of
Your
Sob
opinions
Rock.
on John Mayer.
You're going to
were-
get bashed in the
No,
Gmail,
I
too.
love John Mayer. Don't
Bro,
get me
if
wrong.
you
Okay,
guys
on
if you
Sob
guys are
Rock.
avid Sob Rock fans, then please email the email and just like completely go off on Ian.
Well,
Please do.
we will read the censored comments live. Like we will read them on
Listen,
the next episode.
I don't think you understand. I'm not changing
Please.
my opinion.
Oh, I
even
know.
if
I
you're
just
me.
want to read.
no,
I
we-
just want to read the
I
comments.
love
This is
double
this is
down.
I love
this is for
this.
the content, guys. This is for the content.
100%.
Okay. What's your next question?
Okay,
Ian?
so next question is tomato soup just a warm smoothie?
What?
Yes.
I just
It
think
is.
it's bad.
Oh, whoa.
I don't
That's not the
necessarily-
question.
I don't disagree with you.
No,
That's
I don't
not
know
the
if it is.
question.
I don't know if it is because
So I think we should first ask: is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
it is a
It's-
fruit.
it's a fruit.
It is
It's
a fruit.
verified a fruit, yes.
Okay.
yes,
But
yes,
but
yes.
the difference between tomato soup, it has like butter in it, you know, and it's got like more soup things in it. I'm pretty sure tomatoes. I'm not a chef or a cook or whatever the correct term is at all, but I'm pretty sure it has butter in it. Does it not?
I don't know. Let's Google
I'm
it.
pretty sure it has butter in it. Maybe it doesn't, but it tastes butter to me sometimes.
butter in it.
Smoothies don't taste buttery.
All right,
so I
that-
feel like that is
Smoothies
a
are
difference.
sweet.
3 ingredients to tomato soup.
Is butter one of them?
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm gonna look like
Timpy
such an
would
idiot.
Probably know.
If butter isn't an
Wait,
ingredient in tomato
can
soup, I'm
we
gonna look like
call
a
Timpy right
complete
now?
idiot.
Yeah, we
On the
definitely
episode,
should.
Do
how
it.
sick would that be?
Absolutely
Do it.
Timpy, are you there? Timpy?
Shoot, sorry, I didn't mean to honk at you.
Timpy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to interrupt your day.
Hold it like in front of your face.
Okay.
There
Hey,
you go. There you go.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Hey, fair warning. I'm just gonna warn you right now. I'm driving home from camp, and so if it cuts out, it's because I'm in the mountains.
Got
well,
it.
we are here
Hang
to
up on you.
we
Got
are
it.
here to tell you that you are live on episode 3 of Off the Clock
Wait, what?
with the
Yeah, so we had a random yeah, you're legit like you're
Yeah,
live
We're
right
recording right now.
Oh.
now. So we had a question.
Yeah?
I can't even ask this. Okay.
This is so funny.
So, you know tomato soup, right?
Right.
Is
What if she was just like, no?
Is butter one of the ingredients of tomato soup?
It is, but only if you're, like, caramelizing your onions in the pan before you, like, blend the tomato soup.
So that's a yes though, right?
Yeah, like you...
Okay, my point.
Okay. Thank you, Tippy.
But
You're the best.
The main dairy is the cream, though. Don't get that mixed
Okay,
up.
okay.
Okay.
See, no, she's establishing my point though. You don't put cream, you don't put caramelized onions in tomato soup. So or in smoothies. So it's not a smoothie.
I think that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Tippy, we
Yeah.
trust your opinion.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Tippy.
could totally be wrong.
No, you're right. Tippy's always right,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you win.
Sure.
Whoa. I don't
Sure.
know about that.
It's
I don't
true.
know about
we're we're just rolling. All right, Timpy, thank you so much. We gotta let you go.
Okay.
Thank you
Bye,
so
guys.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait, first off, I love how like we don't have a call station or anything. We literally just put the speakerphone up to the mic.
I
Like
don't know.
an
I
actual
don't know,
podcast
man.
would have had like a whatever station or something.
Did
to
you
do
just say an
with.
actual podcast?
Whoa.
Yeah.
We are soon to be the number one podcast in the
We are
world.
we
How
are more a
dare you.
podcast
In 6
than
Then
years.
impulsive.
I don't know how
Dang.
well Timpy's audio came through, so Aiden might like just boost that.
Yeah, I might
and-
just have to like.
That's
All
okay.
the way
Crank
up.
it.
Okay,
It'll
back
be
back
fun.
to the question.
Yes.
Yes.
She established my point. You don't put butter in a smoothie. You don't put caramelized onions in a smoothie.
But you can.
You
Because you can
can.
put whatever you want in a smoothie.
But you can also put whatever you want in soup.
This is true. So, but the question is it a smoothie? So you're saying no.
I'm saying no.
Grant, is it a warm smoothie?
Straight up yes.
Yes, it is. I think
There's
it is.
no reason it can't be a warm smoothie.
Why couldn't you drink tomato soup?
But there's no reason it should be a smoothie.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Like you have not given me one valid reason that like it can't be a warm smoothie.
I think that's
you
the answer.
agree, Aiden?
That's it.
I think that's the
Okay.
answer we've come to.
All right.
On to another dumb question.
I mean,
That might have been the dumbest.
How many
of
more
them
do we
all.
have?
Oh, I do have one more.
All right.
Okay,
one
so
last question.
Final one.
Grant, I know you don't drink soft drinks, and I am kind of back and forth. Sometimes
Oh,
I'll drink
no.
them, but sometimes I won't. But Aiden, as I think he said before on this podcast, is an investor of Dr. Pepper.
Yep.
And loves Dr. Pepper so much.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the question is, which is better, Dr. Pepper or Coke?
Well, definitely Coke, right?
Yes.
I'm just joking.
I was like,
Oh my God.
Ridiculous. If you
I thought you
think
were
Coke,
serious.
you're literally wrong.
I'm literally not.
The only place I can see a possible argument is Cheerwine, because Cheerwine is really good, but
It is
Dr.
good.
Pepper is magical. Like, think about it. It's just wonderful. And also, even if it was trash, I make money when people buy a lot of Dr. Pepper. So, yeah, I mean, I love Dr. Pepper. I think it's wonderful. I invested in the company, honestly, because I thought it was a smart decision to invest in the company, but also I really love the company. It's actually the Keurig Dr. Pepper company, so it's like a big subset of all these, like, tons of brands. Snapple, Keurig, Dr.
love that
Pepper,
you know that.
all these people. Like, I watched a video
I
on
mean,
this
he
one
invested
time.
in it, so that's probably
Yeah.
good that he does.
That's probably a
know that.
smart
That's
investing move.
probably
Yeah,
good.
honestly.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Stocks are up
go.
right now.
I think I'm gonna go with Coke because like Dr. Pepper, I have to be in the mood for it because it's so sweet. But like Coke,
is so
kind of
sweet.
just hits at any point. So I think I'm gonna say Coke for that one. I do love Dr. Pepper.
Do you
though.
guys like fountain Coke, fountain Dr. Pepper, or bottled Coke, or bottled Dr. Pepper?
Glass bottle.
Fountain. No. Fountain. A fountain Coke at like a restaurant with like the
yeah.
the pellet ice. That is
No,
the
I
best
think,
Coke
I think
I do
fountain Dr.
kinda-
Pepper
of all time.
Fountain Dr. Pepper wins, but that's also very good.
I
Yeah,
think,
Very
you know,
good.
I think
yeah.
a glass bottle. I'm not
Glass
gonna lie.
bottle's
Grant's
good.
right.
I
think
feel like
they're
glass
good.
bottles
The real
can taste
cane sugar
pretty
is
flat.
also really good.
Yeah.
There's a soda store called, was it Fizzy something, in Market Square in Knoxville, that does like super like weird, exotic, like cool sodas.
Oh, that's
And they
amazing.
have
Oh,
real
I've been
cane
there.
sugar Dr. Pepper, and
I'll
it's
have to
really
check
good.
that out.
Hmm.
Well, like when we went to Mexico, I went to Mexico a few years ago on a mission trip. We went to a taco stand. They had like drinks with real sugar in it, and it was incredible. But yeah. So
I don't know. I'm
Grant, Coke, Dr. Pepper.
Hmm. So I don't drink sodas. This is
I
just
know.
fun fact about Grant. I know. Yeah, Grant has not drank sodas in a couple years just because.
Good job, Grant. We're proud of you.
Yep.
impressive.
Just not something I
Mr. Healthy Boy over here.
invest my time in. Sure.
I invest my time.
I invest my
and
time
my
in
money.
greater things.
Not in Dr. Pepper.
I know. I think I just like water in general.
Water is the best
Shameless
drink.
plug. Go listen to episode 1. All water tastes the
We
same.
talk about
No,
water.
it does not.
But I
pretty much
don't know if
does.
I had to pick, because I know Ian's gonna ask Grant if you had to pick, what would you pick? I would probably pick Dr. Pepper, just personal preference.
We are split again.
Aiden's
Thank
like, I'm
God.
making more money.
Ethan agrees with me. This is.
I-
I think
both
Coke
good.
is superior, personally.
All right.
Thank you.
I think we should ask Tempe to put a poll on the Instagram and
I
see
agree.
I
what
agree.
people say.
We
I agree.
will do. Also,
Yeah.
hot take though, cream soda is better than both of them. And
The first sip of cream soda is like the most heavenly thing in
no
the
one will
world.
change my mind.
But once like you get 3 sips into cream soda, it just starts tasting nasty and
Nah,
flat.
it's great.
I kind of agree with that, honestly.
You know, like the first sip
it's
of
a
cream
fair- it's a
soda,
legit take.
so good. But then you just like keep sipping and just like gets worse and worse
Can
throughout
I
the
say?
entire
Can I
thing.
say one thing about cream soda?
no,
Yeah.
Cream soda is
I'm just
good,
kidding,
but
yes.
Dr. Pepper cream soda is
Is that a thing?
It's-
What about that like
I didn't know
chocolate
that
Dr.
existed.
It's
Pepper
bad.
thing that flavor that you tried?
Oh,
Aiden?
this is such a good story. I'm so glad you said that. Okay, so Dr. Pepper has this thing called Pepper Perks. And this is before I decided to invest a little bit in the company, by the way. But Pepper Perks, so the way it works is if you buy like a Dr. Pepper, like a can or a bottle or a glass bottle or whatever, you take a picture of your receipt, scan it, and upload it to their website, and you can get points. And if you get enough points, I think it amounts to like $25 or $30 worth of spending Dr. Pepper, you can redeem your points to win 2 cans of this limited edition chocolate Dr. Pepper.
nice.
And I did it. I got the chocolate Dr. Pepper and tried it with a friend of mine, and it was really good. Really good. Yeah, yeah.
I feel like that'd be
so in my
disgusting.
room, in my studio, I have a the little display case that
His
came in.
Romeo.
I have a little display case that come in, and I have that can, and then I have a new can that I haven't drank just to
Nice.
keep it. Like I think they're selling for like $70 on eBay right now, but
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
making money moves over here, right?
Yeah, Aiden is setting himself up big.
Yeah,
for
so
the future.
chocolate
Who knew
Dr.
Dr. Pepper would like make you rich? This man's gonna get like $70.
My dad has a 6-pack of glass Coke bottles or
Oh.
like bottled Coca-Colas
Nice.
that are from the 1998 UT when UT won the football championship back then. You know, when we were like really good at football.
Wait, when was that?
we will talk about you
Before we were
football
born.
on a different episode.
98,
Yeah, we
99, man.
Yeah.
And so Coca-Cola came out with special edition 1998 UT football national champion Cokes, and they're worth like, I don't know, like $50-$60 now. And so we have some of those in there as well.
I thought you were about to say
$50.
50,000. I was
Yeah,
like,
I did
dang,
too.
that's actually.
I was thinking like
50 bucks, I was
5,000. I was
I
like,
could like.
dang.
It might
man.
actually be closer to 100, but I mean, they're worth something. It's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
We're talking 3 figures, bro.
I mean, I was
three figures.
thinking like
Big
5
money.
figure, like 50,000. I was like, oh my gosh, man. And then you said $50, and I was like, oh, I could like buy that right now. If I like so desired,
Wow.
like
Ethan just came in here and absolutely pooped all over that. Just like Aiden's superpower.
Yeah, I was trying to construct like the best way to bridge between those two. Go listen to our first episode of the podcast. If
This
you have
is
not
great.
already.
All of our episodes are connected. I think this is awesome.
It's just as connected as Sob Rock is. It's just as cohesive.
Yes.
Just
yeah.
saying.
So, I mean,
Or is wonder.
listen to Sob
It's
Rock.
beautiful.
Listen to our podcast, our other podcast episodes if you're just now joining us.
Just kidding.
We'll talk about that after.
Just kidding. I just had to say something.
Yeah, thank
Leave
you.
us reviews. Send comments on our Instagram
yeah,
posts.
It's been an amazing episode. Thank you guys for tuning back in to another podcast
Yeah.
with us.
Mhm.
Come back next week for
Yeah.
another one.
We'll
It's
see you next
been
week.
great. See y'all.
Guys, thank you for checking out our YouTube channel. If you want to watch our last video or keep up with our latest podcast, click right up here. And if you want to subscribe to Off the Clock YouTube, click right down there. Hit the bell if you want to get any notifications, and we'll see you guys next time.